We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights governments are instituted among men. Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. When Roe v. Wade was decided in January 1973, the 7-2 Supreme Court majority decision cited the privacy clause of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States as the reasoning for a woman's ability to obtain a legal abortion. Since and even before Roe, abortion has become, and was quite the debate in both the religious and scientific camps. Additionally, some may argue, as I will today, that abortion is unnecessary. Over the course of the past several years, I have been to the March for Life in Washington, D.C. 3 times to voice my opinion of the pro-life position. And since December 2018, I have been working on a book about abortion and modern culture. My purpose of this speech is not to shame abortions. It is not to make you instantaneously accept the pro-life position, but rather my purpose is to engage you in a thought exercise about abortion. The first argument for the pro-life position is the religious argument. As we know well, the Catholic Church is the largest organization behind the pro-life movement, and they, of course, are religious. But with the Catholic Church are other Christian churches, including all of the Orthodox churches and the more conservative Protestant churches. And even outside of Christianity, religions such as Islam advocate for no abortions after 4 months, and even before that 4-month period, they only allow abortion in the cases of rape or the mother's health is at stake. And even if we go out even further out of the Western traditions and into the East, we go to Hinduism, known for their nonviolence, and they also preach no abortions unless the mother's health is at risk. So we see that overall it's very comprehensive that religious people are anti-abortion. The other argument that exists is the scientific argument. And over the past several years, we have seen the rise in the number of atheists in the United States and, of course, across the world. And that's been going up since even before Roe, but even afterward, it's like tripled since Roe, the percentage-wise. Regardless, in an article in the Atlantic, Ashley McGuire said, "When you're seeing a baby sucking its thumb at 18 weeks, smiling and clapping, it becomes harder to square the idea that a 20-week-old is discardable." That is, of course, a 20-week-old fetus, not a 20-week-old birthed child. But the concept is the same. Her point is that the pro-life movement is backed by science. In fact, even after Roe versus Wade and into Planned Parenthood versus Casey, the Supreme Court determined that women have the right to abort pre-viability without undue interference from the state. The state may restrict abortion post-viability, and the state has legitimate interests in protecting the woman's health and life of the fetus. Now, of course, the question here is, when is viability? Because Roe versus Wade doesn't define viability. When Roe versus Wade was made, viability was around 28 weeks. With advances in modern technology, it's now 20 to 22 weeks and potentially could be pushed back even further as our technology gets better. And according to the American Pregnancy Association, at around 6 weeks, a fetal heartbeat can be detected distinctly different from that of another mother, not to mention fingerprints, I think around 10 weeks, and the DNA, of course, being different from the moment of conception. And the third argument to wrap it all up here is by using statistics to prove that abortion is an unnecessary procedure. In fact, as we just saw recently during the coronavirus epidemic, elective surgeries were halted in many states, and among them, elective surgeries was abortion. 1% of abortions occur because of rape and incest. 6% occur because of health problems with either the mother or the unborn child. And the other 93% occur because of social reasons. That is, the child is unwanted or inconvenient. Now, of course, my hope would be that we can mitigate that 93% and so that we don't need those 93% to even exist, and thus abortion, for the most part, doesn't need to exist either. Some people have argued that abortion is racist, and that's because relative to the population, black women are 3 times more likely than white women, and Hispanic women are 2 times more likely than white women to obtain an abortion. That's, of course, like I said, relative to the population, so people have called abortion racist or even genocidal. And the American College of Pediatricians has said that there is no medical reason to intentionally kill a fetal human being through an inhumane abortion procedure. But at the end of the day, I believe that abortion is something that should not be done. And science gives us every indication that the fetus is a human being. And as I hope everybody knows, killing human beings is not seen as a moral good for the most part, or even a good at all. And for those who are religious, most religions are anti-abortion, at least according to population. And although some people see abortion as a necessity, the statistics do not back that fact, or that claim, I guess. Again, being pro-life is more than simply not wanting abortions to be available. I believe that our purpose as human beings is to create more life and not to destroy it. And until all life were destroyed, human beings would be destroyed, or at least a lot of them. And we wouldn't have friends if everybody died.